So I'm Kendra Walbeezer. I head up the food safety and quality here at Pilgrims and also have responsibility for live technical services. I've been with Pilgrims for 14 years.
So my name is Myrna Rizzo. I started with this company back in 1990.
Hello, my name is Angel Bergdahl, and I've been with Pilgrims in Moorfield, West Virginia for 30 years.
My name is Courtney Walter. I lead learning and development for JBS.
My name is Brittany Dawkins, and I've worked for Pilgrims for the last 13 years in various roles. And
my name is Kim Pryor. I'm General Counsel for JBS USA, and I've been here almost 11 years now.
My name is Linda Kathleen Sugaru. I've worked here 39 years.
I think the benefits of having women in leadership positions is that when young professional women start at our organization, they can see people in higher level leadership positions that look like them, that talk like them, and that they can identify with. And I think it gives you confidence as you're moving through your career and as you're picturing what that could look like for you long term.
yeah, so some of the stereotypes and factors that impact women in leadership. Oftentimes, women are attached to the narrative of being emotional creatures or leaders. But in fact, we are emotional, and I believe both men and women have benefited in our industry from us being vulnerable enough to show the right level of emotions and emotional intelligence. I think our industry and many other industries have been stamped in the past for being too robotic when it comes to not having enough emotions with real human beings that are leading and running our operation. And that is for sure not the picture that the companies, or at least our company, want to paint, as team members are the greatest assets to our success inside of Pilgrims and JBS.
Probably not being confident. That is one. Learn everything, don't let anything stop you. Like barriers are like a fence. You jump over that fence and you go for it. Anything and everything.
As far as my confidence and resiliency, it really comes from my boss. And I would probably say that to anyone, and I've had some great bosses and great mentors. But as a leader, if you feel empowered by your boss, if you trust them and you know that they believe in you, it really gives you that boost and that turbocharge to go conquer whatever that you're setting out to accomplish.
So, what my biggest achievement is to the position that I have. As you guys know, my first language is Spanish. So, never went to school here. So that's kind of like one of the things that is kind of holding me back sometimes, but I never give up. So for me, I think that's one of the things that I'm very proud of, where I'm at right now, because I work very hard to be on this position.
Balance to me indicates that there is this life and work and there's this life personally, and that these two things don't intermingle and coexist. And for me, balance is very much a give and a take as I move through life. I think to give the impression that these two things have to be independent of each other isn't going to get you the balance that you're looking for. That you have to be present where you're at when you have to be present in that season. The way that I achieve this personally is when I'm home with my kids, I'm doing game nights with them. I'm taking them to activities, ice cream, all of that. And I'm putting my phone down, I'm not scrolling through social media, and I'm staying present with them. And I think the same goes for work as well. If you're here at work and you are where your feet are, then you feel fulfilled in all of those different areas of your life, and you can roll with the give and take that it takes to be balanced throughout your life.
So women that have inspired me the most professionally, I've had some really good mentors, that have lent an ear. So I had one in particular, Marsha Reeves. She would set up a call every week. She knew I was transitioning, and she knew that those stressors can confine you at times. And so just lending that ear, Marsha was able to call, and I would know that every week on a certain day at a certain time I could talk to her, and she could help coach me through things or just listen. Sometimes it was just a matter of listen what you're going through. And then on a personal level, my mother. So she was very resilient and she was strong in faith, and it didn't matter what she was handed. She dealt with it accordingly, and she was always positive, and she'd always have something witty to say. And so through that, I always try to look back at that and just to say, okay, what would Mama do, or what would she say? And that's always been very beneficial to me, especially particularly in trying times.
Ask questions and say you don't know. No one cares if you say you don't know. People think they care, they don't. They'd rather you say, I'm sorry, I have no idea what you just said. Can you say it again, or can you explain it to me? That is way better than just sitting there and nodding your head and pretending and having to come back 2 days later and not have what they need. So ask questions. Do not be scared to do that. Do not be scared to say they don't know. It's the only way you can grow. And no one's going to judge you for that ever. And if they do, they're the wrong person anyway.